Jade Reed is 18 and a student at Yukon College in Whitehorse. When she's not hitting the books, she's hitting the racetrack on her 500cc snow machine. Jade's been riding sleds most of her life and took up racing them in '92. What's a nice girl like you doing in a sport like this?
It's fun, and just because I'm a nice girl doesn't mean I can't race. I know, I enjoy it. It's a winter activity, and I like to get out and be outside, and it's great.
It's 7:30 in the morning, race day in Haines Junction. Jade and her parents, Jerry and Jean, scoop up some breakfast in the community hall before heading out to race in the annual Pine Lake 150. Today, Jade doesn't plan to run in the 44-kilometer women's race. She's taking on the men in the open category, 216 grueling kilometers around the lake.
Some of these guys just come out today, haven't been around the track, those Skidoo boys from Whitehorse and stuff like that, so we'll have to tell them, make sure, for sure.
Well, I race against the women, and they only do a few laps, and I'd rather race like more than 3 laps, so I race with the men, and I find them pretty good competition.
The racers come here from the Yukon, Alaska, the NWT, and British Columbia. It's an expensive sport. Just putting studs in a track can cost $500, and with the cost of machines, travel, accommodation, and entry fees, it adds up pretty fast.
We're 500s together.
Jade is lucky. She has a good sponsor, her dad. The whole family races. Today her brother's running the 150, and her mother is entered in the women's race. Father Jerry's working on the machines.
It's competition, men, women, they've all got their good riders, they've all got the same chance. Well, by the looks of the track out there, it's going to beat out, it's going to be rough. And with this whiteout conditions we've got, they won't be able to see the holes. It's just going to be beat through them, ride for the best they can ride.
Hi! I take one there so I don't get a frostbite face.
You worry about Jade in that kind of conditions?
Not at all.
Why not?
I got full confidence in her ability. Anybody can have a mishap, but she's never rolled one yet.
Lots of luck, kid. Have a good race.
Oh, the weather's looking pretty bad down at the far end of the lake right now. The winds have come up. The snow is blowing pretty heavy out on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the Pine Lake 150. I know the weather's not very good out here, but it looks good. You can still see all headlights coming across that lake.
I've raced races from Alaska to Minnesota where they always have women. I run the I-500 where you probably have a dozen women in that, and they make the 500 miles. I dare say it's not only a male sport, it's a female sport as well, and I think it's great. You know, they can see why we love racing so much.
How would you feel if you got beaten by one?
I'd feel like I'd better be out there more practicing a little harder, I guess.
But I know I've had comments like, be careful you don't break a nail tomorrow in the race. And I just tell them, well, I'm so stressed out I think I chewed them off.
Conditions at race time are brutal. With the wind chill, it's 50 below.
have a few advantages. Like, I'm lighter than most of the men, and there's a weight advantage right there. And I don't know, I think my only disadvantage is I'm probably a lot weaker than a lot of them. They probably have a lot more strength than I do. Oh, it's hard on your back, and it's hard on your whole entire body, really, because it's a complete body workout. You know, every corner you take, you got to switch sides, and it's hanging on with your arms and your feet and your legs, your whole body pretty much. So, yeah, it's pretty hard.
One racer smacked up early, broke his right leg. He was medevac by ambulance to Whitehorse. He was okay, but won't race for a while.
I've had a few people run into me and stuff, like on corners when we first start the race, if they have them all together, and then usually on the first corner people smack into you, and it's pretty dangerous.
How is it out there?
It's rough. Bouncing me all over the place. I'm getting tired.
Hey,
The overall winner was Jared Davey of Whitehorse. Peter Jacobs, also from Whitehorse, was second. Jade finished fourth in her class, but there was more to come.
It's really rough. The little spots that were like just little bumps are now huge bumps. And
What are you going to do next?
I'm going to race the women's race.
After 216 kilometers of grinding, Jade borrowed her brother's bigger machine and entered the women's race. Another 44 clicks of physical abuse. Jade won this one, and her lap times were as quick as the fastest men. Now, all her dad has to do is come up with the money for a bigger sled.
I think somebody's gonna buy me some drinks tonight.
Thank you, Ray. You're the one that deserves the biggest hug of all.
Come here, guys.